Hi, this is Julianne. Everybody say hello. Julianne, say hello to them.
Hello.
Yeah, Julianne's going to help me out with this one. I want to tell you about how a text message travels. Now, you might think that when you're texting someone that, it really doesn't matter. In fact, when I'm texting this person, it's only going to that one other person. Well, I want to show you this. If Julianne was texting someone, let's say she was texting someone, let's say she was texting me. I want you to realize that when you text someone, let's say she was texting me about what we're going to do on this weekend, or maybe she was actually texting me to bully me. I want you to realize that when she texts her friend, let's say it's me, when she texts someone, she is also texting at the very same time that person's mother. At the very same time she texts that person, she is also texting that person's father. In fact, when she's texting that person, she is also texting their brothers and sisters. At the same time she's texting that person, she is actually texting every teacher in your school building. In fact, when she texts that person, she is even ultimately texting the police. You might say, whoa, 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 man. Even if I knew how to text the police, I wouldn't do it. Well, let me tell you how it works. When you text someone, it travels all down that line. I'll tell you why. I was at a school in Missouri a couple years ago. Before I went on stage, the principal said, hey, you know what? You need to know about what's going on in our school. I know you're going to be talking about social media and cyberbullying and stuff. He said, every week I have about 4 to 5 parents come running in my office, holding up their child's cell phone. And he said, about half the time, the message that I read on the screen of that parent's phone is so nasty, is so hateful, is so threatening that I have to involve the police. And so that text message that you meant only for that one person to get is now available for all the world to see. And what we need to realize, that we have an incredible responsibility when we decide to get online. When we decide to text someone, when we decide to give that information out, that it could very well be for the whole world to see. And we need to be wise about how a text message actually travels.